Well, before I get to that question, Kim, can I just thank you for having me on your program, because I have been very disappointed in the ABC's coverage of this issue in the past week.
Well, let me ask you about...
Sorry. Just reports have been nothing but fake news.
Let me put some of these specific points to you then. Were you aware of this investigation by the intelligence arm of the Indian Finance Ministry into the Adani Group?
Well, as I said, before I get to that, in all of your reports this week, you've had no views from people in North Queensland, so it's very good to be joining you as a Minister for Resources, but it's even better to be joining you as a proud resident of North Queensland. I'm looking out on the Great Barrier Reef right now. I'm lucky enough to have a view from my house.
It sounds lovely. So if I can direct you back to my question then, were you aware of the investigation?
You're born in Queensland, but up here, people need jobs. Like later today, I'll go to work, and the biggest issue will be jobs.
Okay, so
the biggest issue will be how do we get jobs, and Adani and this project will create jobs, but none of your listeners or viewers this week on the ABC would get that point of view.
So, Minister, may I ask you a question? Were you aware of this investigation into the Adani Group?
Well, I've asked my department for advice about it. As your story indicated, there are no findings at this stage on this investigation. It's not unusual, of course, for tax authorities and others to investigate large companies, as has happened in this country with many companies and have involved large settlements with the Australian Taxation Office. But I don't know the status of these allegations apart from the fact that they remain allegations.